this like we did before.
You gotta go here.
All right, y'all. We
Oh,
ready?
Speak
yeah.
to your audience.
Ready.
Oh,
Yes.
We
shoot.
are on. We are live, y'all.
We are
Hello, beautiful
live.
people.
What's up?
Let me make sure I got the right banner going. Here we go. I don't think that was it. Yeah, we got next time we come to y'all, we're gonna have intro music and everything. Right? She already got the sounds and we're working it out. But
We are.
thank you for joining us. We're gonna give people time to get in the room. We know we're gonna share it out, make sure everybody knows that we are here. It is Sunday, and you might be able to anticipate us every Sunday for a while as we are building up to this amazing experience that we are collaborating on and collectively, hosting, facilitating, curating, all that good stuff. Y'all talk to the people.
I'm talking. I'm talking online. I'm letting the people know that I'm connected. I'm going to see me on Facebook too.
You there? You
And
there?
we know it take y'all a few minutes to come in, so we know we'll be up here talking, and everybody gonna be missing it because they haven't connected yet.
Right.
So we're gonna give you all a few minutes. Calling all entrepreneurs, creatives,
Oh, we got somebody
owner and
who
business owners.
Yes,
in the
log
Log
on.
in.
Yeah, we are live, y'all. So definitely tell a friend, share. We appreciate the love. Comment, come on, ask questions because there is a lot to know. We're gonna continue to just sharing our excitement and enthusiasm about all the amazing things that are unfolding as we are getting closer and closer to December. So yeah, what are we doing together, you all? What is it that we're doing?
We are returning to connect and build on this cultural exchange tour in December 2023. 8 days of pure reimagining intimacy.
I love it.
That's what we're doing.
I love it. I do. The
I know.
connecting.
I wanted to talk about Raisha and her last post. I've been dying to get this out because
Okay.
this is a new relationship for us. So we haven't figured out how many where we can cut up at and stuff. But Raisha.
Okay. Well, full disclaimer, right? Fire has no filter. Okay.
I have filters.
I mean,
I've been trying to
us
filter this
in,
for a
right?
minute, and I just feel like it's burning. So I gotta say
All
it
right, let's go.
because Rob be ready. I think Rob gonna be ready with me. She gonna be ready.
I'm gonna be ready.
So go ahead and say it, Fire.
Okay. So Rod's last post when she talked about she introduced the post by talking about it was her and Raheem's anniversary, and they were out traveling and having a good time, and they vowed to make a life full of adventure and love and joy. And then she went in talking about this collaboration with the Elements about this trip we doing to Ghana. So I was like, okay, so she don't really want people to know this means we the co-wives now.
Now we had a whole conversation about this, right? This is offline.
We want the people to know we co-wives now.
We said, can I put that in the comments? Is that okay? Like,
look at Raheem. Look at Rob.
That was like, totally unscripted.
Right, Ryan Rock. Fire.
Totally unscripted. Yes, we co-wives. We co-wives.
We are communal beings. We are absolutely communal beings.
No, I don't know. I probably lost my train of thought, but I really wanted people to know, like, everything in your life is connected, right? Like, you can't, like, if you create one transformation here, it really resonates all over your life. And that's what's happened. Like, we started in our personal relationship and our marriage, really seeing where we weren't, like, creating everything we wanted, and we vowed to transform it. And it's led here, right? That was about us, but it's led here and led to so many collaborations and shifts and changes. And the whole point is, like, just go after what you want in life. Really, that's what I want people to be left with. You know?
Yes. No, so. Definitely. And I think you also said it so beautifully when you were at the airport, just in reference to, like, don't let any barriers be in your place. Just say yes. Say yes and open it up so that things can, manifest. However, you don't know how that money's coming. You don't know what contract you might get. You don't know what connection you might make. But say yes, because if you say no, then it's definitely not happening, right?
You don't know what philanthropic, altruistic, wealthy individual gonna want to step in and say, "Let me get these people to Ghana because they deserve this."
That's right.
Don't they though? So,
Dr. Dre, Monkey Man on.
You
Mr. International.
he might. I think the monkey is George is sleeping, y'all.
Oh, just as George.
Yeah, I'm on. I just got off a call.
Welcome.
Monkey Man, huh?
She's talking about George.
I don't know. I think I'm talking about the owner, about to knock Spider-Man out the box. We got Monkey Man now. Monkey, that's some serious business right there. What you got for the people today from Ghana, Dre? What the people need to know from Ghana?
It's almost 11 o'clock.
Hey!
Oh my God! There goes. That's George.
He got a real live monkey.
Yes. Hey, George. He got his left foot up.
He got his foot up.
He got his left foot and booty in the air. George is ready.
He was sleeping. Y'all woke him up.
George.
Look at it. He closed his eyes.
Okay, this too much.
Is he a baby? Is he a baby?
Yeah, he's a baby.
Okay.
Under here.
Oh, wow.
So we 17. See, people listen to the real live monkeys. This. Look at what
Right. Okay. This is Ghana.
Yeah.
Ghana. Let's talk about that. Like how you getting pet passports and you just the ease in the process. Where else can you do this? Where is this happening?
I think this is happening somewhere in Westville, Connecticut. Earth said she has a friend of the family who owned a monkey.
Wow. Okay.
But here in the States, it might not be advisable though. Remember a few years ago, the woman got mauled by her monkey.
In Stanford, it was a chimpanzee.
Oh my goodness.
It was a much larger monkey. Y'all don't remember that?
I do remember that.
That was in Stanford, so that hit close to home. That's like 45 minutes from where we are. So
that was a chimpanzee. Okay, this is a monkey. Monkeys are not violent, right?
And they small.
No, he's not violent.
Yeah, it's small. It's a really little.
Dre, can we hear the story of this monkey though? Is this your like, how did you meet this monkey?
He said, how did you meet?
I don't know, just like I'm gonna get a monkey and just got a monkey. It's just that easy. You know some people who know some people. Like Ghana's like where that place where you know somebody, you can move and groove here. So it ain't no regulations. I just hit somebody up. They had a monkey for sale. They were like, we got some ostriches if you want some ostriches. You want some crocodiles, some snakes. I was like, no, I just need a monkey. So
Ross, did you just
I'm gonna get him.
What you want to do?
I'm gonna get him 2 girlfriends in about a month.
Okay.
2 girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Communal beings. They need
a
friends.
man of this caliber need 2 girlfriends over here in Ghana. So.
Hey.
All right, George.
So somebody that scratches his head, somebody else that peels bananas.
We from start to finish.
Says scratching heads and peeling bananas.
Well, I think you got to scratch the head part together.
Oh my goodness.
But I have I'm trying to acquire some land below me. I got about 3.5, 4 acres below my property. I'm trying to get, and I want to put like a animal sanctuary down there. And so I can put like some monkeys, some ostriches, and some other stuff. They got a lot of birds in the area that fly around. So just nature, just leave it untouched. So right where the houses and duplexes are, you'll be able to see the monkey swinging and stuff like that. So I want to be able to do like a little animal sanctuary to bring more people there.
Right.
And just to be clear, the animals are going to be in the sanctuary. So they're not going to be on like your balcony, but you can see them. Because I know some people like myself, like, you might not want to be.
No, they'd be walled in. So they won't be able to get out the wall.
Gotcha.
Right. So that was the next question. You all, will the monkeys and ostriches and birds and oh my be as a part of the tour? Will that be something that the tour guests can experience
by December?
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I don't know by then because that's a large part of land to be trying to plan out before then. That's like the last phase that I probably do. Is build the sanctuary. I got to acquire the land first, and then I'll build the sanctuary later.
All right.
Got it.
But there will be properties available and model homes available by December for it will be a part of the tour. So we will be going to the property in the Berry Mountains. You'll get to see the amazing view and the progress on the construction. You'll be able to walk through a single family home as well as the duplex. So there's going to be this, something tangible that we're very, very excited about. So we'll have video and photos beforehand. But this tour is going to have all of the things and just, wealth of opportunities to invest and to connect, collaborate, collective economics. All of those things have been thought about and curated so that this experience can be as robust as possible.
Okay, so that's a good point. I think, folks, those who are listening now or later.
There'll be a lot of things doing the tour to see.
It's a delay for Ghana, so his audio is gonna come in a little bit after.
Oh, okay. So what did he say?
It's a lot of things to see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I was gonna tell folks to continue to watch the elements.world website for updates. Okay, so the site has been updated to kind of give you all the information you need as we have it about the tour. So continue to watch www.theelements.world for updates about tour details, folks. Yeah. Deposits due by August 31st.
$400 will secure your spot, and you can go from there figuring out your airfare and your payments thereafter. But to make sure you are in the space and in the building, put that $400 down before the 31st, and all of that information, link in bio. So whatever page you're on, if you go to the bio, you should be able to get to a link that's going to take you to the registration, or isn't that what it's called? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Registration. And we'll continue to meet here at this time, Sundays at 6:30. We'll continue to meet here to continue to provide you further information and details and updates.
Announcements.
Your questions, announcements, let you know when we're going to be in person having info sessions, but you can pretty much find us here indefinitely. 6:30 Sundays.
Yeah.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. So get your passports ready. I know we talked about passports the last time. Be ready to be ready. If you already got your passports, excellent. If it's going to expire in the next 3 months, start that process now. Yes. So that you can have it renewed in time. If you don't have a passport, get to going. You can also get it expedited. So get that process started. And there's also a visa required, which expedited could take up to 5 days, but you want to give yourself a 2-week window because you don't want your passport still at the whatever embassy while you're trying to get on a plane.
If you have vaccination questions, concerns, then you should reach out to us directly to meet regarding that.
Yes.
Yeah. And what about the process of a visa? Should people reach out to you for support with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Definitely reach out directly. It's a part of the questionnaire. So when you fill out the questionnaire in reference to curating this experience to captivate and capture all the things that you desire to happen here, we ask about that. So I am a direct contact. You can DM me. You can send an email to info@theelements.world. And just, put that in the subject line, whether it's yellow fever or you have questions about COVID. Just for a blanket statement, COVID is no longer a requirement to enter the country. At one point it was, but it no longer is. So whatever questions you have around vaccinations, we definitely have, resources and can support you in this process, especially my health, is it health conscious or?
Yes.
Yes.
Health conscious, naturalistic people.
Natural, holistic folks. Definitely reach out to me because that is in alignment with how I travel. So there's support.
And I would say too that most of the people there is probably on the East Coast and probably want to go through the DC Ghana consulate, but the one in Arkansas, is a whole lot easier than going through the one in DC. I would just recommend everybody go through Arkansas as opposed to the one in DC because they ask for a lot more stuff than the one in Arkansas.
Thank you.
That's an excellent point. And their fee structure is different too. You get a lot of more bang for your buck in Arkansas if you're going to be traveling back and forth.
We need the private conversations, y'all, because they be done turned the whole system upside down.
Oh, okay.
You know, once we start finding out the loopholes, they start changing golf courses and stuff.
Thank you, Fire JD. Yes, appreciate that. So yeah, definitely reach out if you have any questions. We are here for all of them. There's no stupid questions.
Right.
We have a lot of information on the frequently asked questions. You know, definitely go through that, but reach out directly if you need to have a conversation. Some people, you know, they'll rather talk than read, and we're okay with that. So just reach out.
Awesome.
And I'm going to shout out to all these people who are tuning in on Facebook. We appreciate you.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank yourselves. Thank yourselves for coming on to get this information. This is not even information. What is this, you all? Come and get this.
This is opportunity. This is collaboration. This is elevation.
Yeah.
Yep. Possibility.
All
Possibility.
of it.
All of
and I'm excited. I'm excited to go to Ghana. Raheem and I's first time. Fire, it's your first time too, right?
Yes.
So we first timers, y'all. And we jumping in to go back to our roots. And I was telling Hafisa and Fire before we hopped on live that in my ancestry, some of my ancestry is from Ghana, right? And it's so important, right? Like for many African Americans, like we have a disconnect, you know, from our ancestry. And this is healing, right? This is all about us healing as well. And just, you know, recovering from the trauma that we faced as a community and being okay with that, right? And like affirming where we come from. So that's a big piece of this tour, you know, in this safe space that's going to be created. So I'm excited. And I've been looking at the website for the investments already. So we're going to get our coins together. Get your coins together.
Please. Yes. The property is amazing. And I don't know, Dre, if you want to speak to you've done the tour quite a few times, and the experience of like the last bath and the experience of the dungeons and why it is so important that we need a safe space to especially for the first time, the naming ceremonies, like all of these. I know for me it was an emotional experience. Has that been consistent with like all of the tours?
Yeah, the way the tour is set up is so like the 25th you get in, or the 26th you get in, and then on the 26th we get together. We got that event, the Elements event. We're doing a networking, a pre-all-white event. So it's a restaurant owned by somebody from Chicago called Jerk Soul. So we'll have a buffet there, do the event, but then after the event, we'll go to an all-white party up in the mountains. So it's one of the nicest parties I probably think during the whole celebration. And so I was there, like the first time I was there, it was like Wyclef Jean was just singing somewhere. He wasn't even on the roster. He was just, you know, singing. It was like, I looked up like, that's Wyclef Jean, you know what I mean? So you will see a whole bunch of people from, you know, celebrities and things like that there. So we'll do the all-white party, and then we'll relax and rest, because we probably won't get back to maybe like 4 or 5 in the morning. And then we'll kick off and do some other things that day. I mean, we go through the Afrochella. We'll do the day thing there. So it's like a festival. It's parties every night for those who want to go out every night. I tell people to pace yourself, because sometimes they see an itinerary. It's not parties like every day that there's a party. But I'm like, you're not going to be able to make it. And so some people worry, like when we go to Cape Coast, like 2 hours away, 3 hours away, where the slave dungeons are. They're like, man, no parties. The next ones, I'm like, you won't even need a party by then. You'd be tired out. You know, that's like the end of the trip. But it's a time to reflect. That's when we go to slave dungeons, do the naming ceremony, the slave river. And so we get back to the hotel on a beach, and we just relax, do bonfires. We have cultural dance in there, and just, you know, just chance to sit back on the beach and just reflect on, you know, the week, because we do so much. It's just hard to remember everything you do, and you got to almost document it so you don't forget everything that you did. We do clothes, we get clothes fitted. We get to measure out whatever clothes you want, and they fit you if that's what you want to do. We go to the market. You get to haggle with those people at the market. You know what I mean? Do the cultural things, going to the museums. I mean, it's a lot of stuff you do on this trip where the price, you really can't put a price on the investment into yourself and coming back and touching the roots. If you don't come back changed, and I don't know, there's something wrong with you. You wired different. You know what I mean? You should just automatically feel as soon as you touch the airport to see your people everywhere. And you don't deal with the same stress you have in the U.S. You don't got to worry about police. You ain't got to worry about the killing and shooting. You don't have that here. You know what I mean? And so it's just easy living. Like I'm like living like in a vacation every day. You know, sometimes I wake up like, what the hell am I doing in Ghana? I got a damn monkey. You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing with a damn monkey? You know what I mean? That stuff is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. And the possibilities here is endless on the things you can do as far as business and real estate. And, you know, you got to be patient. You'll learn that stuff when you get here. It's not a utopia. Like I tell everybody, Ghana's great, but it's still Ghana, still developing. It's not a utopia. But, you know, the pros definitely outweigh the cons of being in the U.S. And so, like I said, you'll get here and you'll see it. And, you know, that's all I really say. You just got to come in and experience it yourself. And hopefully you can tell your friends. But as soon as you come back, Eric, I'm like, man, I want to go. I want to come back. I mean, I came back, you know, I was coming back every 2 or 3 months. I couldn't get enough of it. And I just finally made that move here. I seen how people was living. I was like, man, this makes no sense. I spent so much time in the U.S. wasting, you know, my time there when I could have been here living my best life. And that's what you can do here. You can really live your best life out here. You know, you get a little driver, but like, you know, if you got a car, if you buy a car, you get a driver for like $200. You get somebody for a month. You get a housekeeper, you know what I mean, for like $200, $300 a month. I mean, these are things that's pretty reasonable. That's normal here. So you're employing people. So, I mean, just easy living that you have over here. So, I mean, if it wasn't for my family, I would never come back to the States. I'm happy here. So.
Wow. I just want to reiterate 2 points coming from Dre's speech. And home is Arkansas for you, Dre?
No.
Kansas City, Missouri. I got family in Arkansas, but Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, Missouri. So 2 things. This man is from Missouri, Midwest, United States. Okay. Relocated, built his life there. And the restaurant that's hosting the Elements event and the pre-white party is owned by a Chicago native, not a Ghanaian. These are the opportunities we are bringing you to, people. These are the opportunities we are exposing you to on this tour. You too can own in Ghana businesses, houses, monkeys.
Yes. And I think the other point is quality of life as well. And you touched on that, and what you can do in Ghana that you can't do here. One of the most impactful conversations that I think I've had in reference to you, Dre, and the story that you told was going to Kashawn's house for the first time. And what that experience was like. And maybe you could share it because, and then what the equivalent would have been like in the United States for someone to be able to do what he's done.
Yeah, I have a partner here. It's been coming like the last 20 years. He had a Back to Roots program based out of Atlanta, Habesha. So if you're familiar with Atlanta, a nonprofit in Atlanta, one of the biggest ones there, Habesha, as far as urban agriculture, he's in charge of that. And I just had questions about coming to Ghana. He was like, man, you just need to come. And so I finally made a decision to come in December of 2019. And he was up here in the mountains. He's about 5-10 minutes away from me now. And I drove up, you know, this little hill in the mountains. And he had this big wall, you know what I mean, this gate. And it had a compound. So I went inside the compound. And I'm like, man, you out here living like a king. He had a 7,000 square foot house that he had built out there, you know, in Ghana. And I was like, man, just to see the house that he had built and what he had paid for it, off-grid, solar, battery backup system, water filtration. It was like, man, he had his family out there, which is beautiful. He had like 30 different fruit trees growing, bananas, plantains, soursop, avocados, mangoes in his yard because they're vegan, so they grow all their food. But he had this on 2 plots of land. A plot is like 70 by 100. But to see what his brother was doing and how they was living, it was like, man, you out here living like a king, and I'm over here struggling in the U.S., running like on a treadmill. This don't make no sense. You know what I mean? And so, and his sister is Wanda off of Snowfall, Leon's girl. So she's building her house right in front of his house, and so we tour that as well when we there. It depends on how many we have, but she's building her house right in front of his, so she got a swimming pool, tennis court in her house. The friends I do a podcast with, she just built a pool, got a tennis court at her house for her girls and stuff. And so these are the stuff and things you can do here in Ghana, you know what I mean, that you just can't really do in the US unless you're like a multi-millionaire and things like that. You could be 1,000 there and live like a 100,000 there here in Ghana. So these are the realities and things that, this is how we live. You know what I mean? You'll see some of the VIP treatment that we'll get. I can't really talk too much on the phone about it, but once you touch down, you'll get to experience some of the VIP treatments and things that be offered on the tour for those that are interested in the VIP treatment, because Ghana is like one of those places where you pay to play to get a lot of things to move forward. And so it don't really cost a lot of money to pay to play. It just, pay a little here, pay a little there, and you get your damn monkey like I got. You know what I mean?
Hey.
So
it just, doesn't cost so much because it's not about the money; it's about the people.
It's about the people.
Very important people for real when you're there. So
come
on, this us, y'all. Come on,
can you give some context to what like the monthly income that's required to maintain that kind of lifestyle?
You can do, like, say, for instance, you can rent a house, depending on where you at. Accra is high. It's like any metropolitan city. But you can find somewhere on the outskirts of Accra, rent somewhere out cool. I could stay somewhere in like a nice place about $200 to $300 a month, to stay there, and like in a 2-bedroom apartment, even a house for that amount. And then, probably if you can bring in $2,000 a month, you living good. I would say $2,000 a month here is probably equivalent of, if you're in the DC area, probably around maybe 8 to 10 grand there. Probably about $6 grand in Kansas City in the Midwest, because the price of living is higher in DC than it is in Kansas City. So you can just probably multiply by 3 where I'm at, but then probably where y'all at, probably 4 or 5 or something like that.
Social security check to do. Y'all better come on.
That's in the retirement community, the opportunity for retirement communities. That's a whole nother, demographic. I know we're talking to entrepreneurs, and we don't have 401ks and pensions, and we might put some investments aside, but entrepreneur ain't for the there's some risk involved. So when you think about retirement and wanting to retire comfortably, what we're strategizing for and planning for the future, like, to me, this just makes sense.
CENTS.
What you say?
Yeah,
that's
so
the worst. That's the worst.
Okay.
You'll meet retirees that's here on a trip and talk about their experience, and the biggest thing you'll take away from them is they'll probably say they wish they didn't get their best years to the U.S.
All right, people, I got to make sure we have 2 minutes to closing. Do we have any questions in the chat that need answers? This is it for tonight, people.
This is it. So if you all have questions, definitely type them in the comments so that we can respond to them. Otherwise, you see all of the scrolling down at the bottom. If you're just tuning in, and thank you all for joining and liking, continue to share and like this post. Check out the links that are scrolling at the bottom. This is an Elements event in collaboration with the Epic Networking Party. So definitely like and subscribe to both channels. We will be continuing to update you, reach out, connect. We will have a series of virtual and in-person events leading up until we have a hard deadline, August 31st. You hear what we're talking about. $400 will secure your spot. Say yes, and we will figure it out from there. But
thank you, Dre Taylor Consultant and Ghana Tours. Thank you so much for coming on.
Sponsorship.
The people, the real.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So one of our main sponsors, Mr. Dre Taylor, the Beyond Investments, as well as Dre Taylor Consultant, when you're looking for that grant information and financial stuff. And then you want to also check out well, Tours to Ghana is what we're partnering with to make this all happen. So amazing connections. It's going to be a phenomenal experience. You feel the energy. Let's keep this going. So share.
See y'all in Ghana.
See you on the plane.
Oh, this is what it looked like when people being about it and not talking about it.
For real.